Okay, it is coronavirus day 320, and I am not happening. So I'm some happy about some things, and I'm disappointed with some things. And however, like, we have heard something from Johnson and Johnson finally. So it's been a while since we've heard from them because AstraZeneca has not said anything about releasing a vaccine, but Johnson and Johnson, it's going on their works. So yeah. So today the coronavirus cases is at 1,740. Finally, something close to 1.5, 100, 1,000. 5,500, because yeah, we need something lower, but we need to get lower than that if we really want to see improvements. Today's cases, 677 is from Toronto, still highest cases. 322 is from Peel region, and 144 is from York region. And the Toronto, Peel region, and York region are the top three that have been unbeatable. And there's still the top three high case areas that you need to sort of make sure you're careful around whenever you're in these places for essential travel or for any reason, whether it's business or shopping or or medical stuff, that some places that local hospitals don't do that. So unfortunately, 63 deaths have been reported today, though. But I really wanna. So let's talk about yeah. So it has been revealed that. So we finally figured out where this couple is from, to go to Yukon Territories, to Beaver Creek, to get vaccinated coronavirus from that since Beaver Creek is a remote location, and since remote locations are also prioritized areas, and basically anyone who long-term care home workers and or residents, or basically anyone 80 plus, and native people are prioritized in getting the vaccine first, and then yeah. So it is Rod Baker, 55 years old, and his wife, Ekaterina Baker, 32 years old, from Vancouver. So this couple is from Vancouver. They posed as traveling workers, and they lied. And these people are, they're apparently Rod Baker is the CEO of the Great Canadian Gaming. Yeah. company, and his and he was also part. Ron Baker was also part of like board of directors. Yeah. So basically, technically lied. So he has stepped also. So it is revealed that he has been stepped down as the president and chief executive, and Rod and his wife Ekaterina received a two $575 fines for failing to self-isolate and failing to behave in a manner consistent to the declaration, and since also they lied because they were not traveling workers, they lied to try and get the vaccine before the vaccine phase 1 came to. So and of course they were supposed to isolate quarantine for 2 weeks upon arrival, but they don't. And of course they try to get away through Whitehorse Airport. That didn't happen. So this is a big lesson to anyone else who is trying to also do what this Rod Baker and his wife just did, lying about because you were basically taking the opportunity for the people who actually live in that area to get coronavirus vaccinated first, because they actually live there. You don't. So you can get fined for, let's see, the information. The maximum fine under the Emergency Measures Act is $500 and up to 6 months in jail. So yeah. Let's move on to Johnson and Johnson. Okay, so the Johnson and Johnson company, health company is expecting data to come back about their coronavirus vaccine next week. Because this could if it comes out on a release date, so this could be excellent, because the Pfizer Incorporated and Moderna Incorporated that Pfizer BioNTech vaccine and the Moderna vaccine is rolling out slightly slower than it should, and that is a problem. And what so the Johnson & Johnson, they are planning on making coronavirus vaccine shots single shots, so you don't need to so the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine and Moderna vaccine, so once you get vaccinated, so it takes 2 shots, so you get shot once, and then you have to wait until the phase 2 vaccine that comes back, and then you have to get another vaccine shot. So Johnson & Johnson is going to be out this March. Let's hope that it's going to be much easier. So this is going to be like a great contribution, and it's going to be much easier for people that use that. So expect Johnson and Johnson single shot vaccine to come out on March. However, like in the meantime, we'll have to deal with rely on the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine and the Moderna vaccine, which require double shots. So you would have to like get like a shot like sometime like starting between time frame between this week and to February 15th. And then the second shot you will have to get after somewhere between February 16th and February 28th, I guess, for like the second shot. And Johnson, we'll see. I'll tell you guys if more data comes out. Let's hope it does. So police were like still looking for people for basically anyone who are like having like large gatherings that issue tickets to those who do. So large gatherings are like one cause that contributes to coronavirus cases every day, and yes. So, stay-at-home regulations are in effect. Coronavirus rules and regulations still apply to all. So, what you can do is, you can... Shopping is allowed. Work. School. In some certain parts of Ontario. Northern Ontario, yes. And basically some parts of Southern Ontario, yes. So, banking, medical appointments if arranged, business appointments if allowed, childcare services, access to governmental and social services, delivery of goods, caregiving, keep it under 5, please. You might get charged if you go over. So, take a child to the parent or guardian, take someone in the same household to the approved place that under order. Helping someone who is experiencing domestic violence, unsafe conditions, or in need of emergency assistance. Maybe no one else is there to help them, and they need to love. That's allowed. Exercise, that's allowed. Walking your dog, that's allowed. Except you must leash your dogs. I don't know how many people I have to yell at for unleashing their dogs. I've seen so many people doing that rule, and they don't GAF, and these people are so inconsiderate. And keep in mind, if there's a dog park inside a park, only inside the dog park section you can unleash your dog. In the rest, you must leash your dog. It's a bylaw. It's pretty much standard everywhere you go. Skating. So just keep in mind, some towns and cities will not allow skating, but most places do. Please check. So you can go to a place related administration of justice, exercise of Section 35 Indigenous or Canadian right. That's for Native people only. You can go to an airport or, transit station for an essential travel. Must be essential. If not, you will be named and shamed. Metrolinx and other major transit companies are like really encouraging people to follow this rule. Please do. You can visit a house of a person living alone, not a person living with another person, or so you can't visit a place living you can't visit a person, someone who is living with a friend, or maybe they're a couple, or basically anyone who if it's more than 2 people, yeah, you can't visit them. So a single person who is living alone can visit a family only one time. That is yeah. So they can't visit 2 families at once. They have to only one at a time. You can buy and obtain animal food, and you can take your pets for veterinarian services and assistance, and you can travel for exam purposes. And I know some people might be moving during coronavirus season. I know several people who have moved, and are moving. I've had some neighbors who have moved. So moving or making arrangements to buy or sell property and to begin or lend a lease, that is allowed. Just make sure Just make sure you keep your masks on, when if you're planning on talk to the realtor, or So there are fines for individuals who don't wear a mask or face coverings in businesses, other indoor public spaces, and crowded outdoor spaces. You'll get fined if you don't. So that's rule number 1. Fines and even closures for business that contravene an order. So if you're running a business when told to close temporarily, this means non-essential businesses. So if you're not coronavirus screening staff, this is the big one. If you have no mask on, another big one. If you're breaking capacity rules. No safety rules for staff posted, and not checking if staff are following coronavirus rules. Several businesses in Hamilton, Ontario has broken these rules, and they got named and shamed. Because Hamilton, Ontario, they are brutal, man. Your business ends up on the news, yeah. So this is when these people, they learned a lesson. So fines for gatherings exceeding more than 5 people who are not from the same household. And also, do make sure you can't visit a household of a person living with others. If only a single. If they're you can visit a family who if you're living alone, or the family can visit you if you are living alone, not the other way around. I guess some people really just don't understand these rules still. So host will be charged $1,000. Everyone who showed up paid $750 each. There's a possible fine. You might get fined $800 for breaking some this is usually because of the reopening on Ontario Act. So please be careful. So schools have been opened this week for Grey Bruce area, Haliburton, Corta, Peterborough area, Northumberland, the Quinte West region, Kingston, Frontenac, Lennox, and Addington region, Leeds, Grenville, Lanark region, and Renfrew County. So schools in Toronto, Hamilton, Peel region, York region, and Windsor. So you are going back to school. Okay, let's see. You are going back to school Wednesday, February 10th. Mark your calendars. Takeout, delivery, drive-through, and delivery service to restaurants and bars and cafes are still standard. You know what to do if you have websites not working for restaurants, DoorDash, or if you want it delivered, use the app. Hospitalizations. So, today's hospitalizations, okay. So 1,466 people are hospitalized. Okay. Worse. Plus 68. 383 patients in ICU. Minus 14 and 298 and in ICU using a ventilator, plus 15. Okay, long-term care. Looking at long-term care homes, unfortunately we had 3,389 deaths, plus 24. So the number of outbreaks right now is sort of decreased. Okay, so it's a minus 10, which is good. Okay, but things need to improve. So please follow coronavirus safety rules. Use social media to contact others. Only go on essential travel. Stay out of other areas where coronavirus cases can be high. And please follow stay-at-home regulations. Don't go to other provinces for vaccinations just because the ones in your province or territory did not show up earlier, because and don't act like that stuck-up couple from Vancouver, because you're being disrespectful to the people who live there. So stay safe, folks. Let's decrease the coronavirus cases even more. You're doing a good job. So just avoid those large gatherings, because so some people have been laughing about to me and saying, oh, like, and then someone laughed at me for the other day when I said it was like large gatherings and people who don't follow coronavirus safety rules. Yet they didn't really look properly. So we keep doing what we do, following coronavirus safety rules, and also stay at home regulations. Things will improve.